Want to welcome everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom, guys. Welcome. It's London. You guys know that we have a live stream going to go on with some Bitcoin action. Let's dig into it. I want to get you guys in the chats. Go ahead and light up the chats, guys. I'm a former financial professional, not financial advice. I don't know if you could get financial advice on something that's not a security. Okay, we deal with Bitcoin. It's not a security. That's why we like to trade it. Like to talk about it. Like to talk about crypto. But yeah, in my years of experience just in the finance world, I liked to prepare return estimates. I was very calculative. I liked big money. I just did. That's the truth. So we appreciate you guys being a part of our community via the VIP membership. We're going to talk about what's going on with the price of Bitcoin. Essentially, guys, we'll talk about a little bit of a pour down. We've gotten used to them. It's been more rain than shine. Yeah, it has been more rain than shine recently on Bitcoin. So we'll go through the dynamics. Kind of what are we looking at right now? What's the most bullish interpretation that we can come up with and formulate right now? Okay, let's take a look at that. And you guys, if you could shout out in the chats, let me know who is here. I'd appreciate it. We got to go through the details. And now, what do we have? We have like information on near VIP in the house. What's up, Freddie? Freddie, we got it. We got a shout out to Freddie again, our trader of the month. Absolutely. Look at that. Boom. Very nicely done. What's going on, Freddie? Nice to see you, brother. That is Freddie. He's the champ. You guys know that for January. Very nice to see that. I had promised to give, and this is the story. I'll share it with everybody yet again. I had promised to give anyone who really, I said, it was just a flat out deal. I said, if anyone trades through this line of resistance, you'll get a trophy. I said that, okay? So Freddie was the one who stepped up, right? And it's an exclusive crew. It just is. Freddie sees us just knocking them out like flies, right? Just boom, 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 out of the VIP. It's an exclusive group. We like it like that. We've had, members of exchanges. We've had active employees of exchanges in our VIP. We've had, active, or ex, BlackRock, ex, JP Morgan, those types, The one thing that Freddie does that they don't do, I'll say this, Freddie, you do your own TA. I've had people from BlackRock and JP Morgan, I'm not kidding, guys, I've had the pros from the street, etc., show up, and then Marion Daniel in the house, another guy who does his own TA. Marion, nice to see you, dude. Been missing you. What's up? What is up, Marion? Gee whiz, bravo. What's up, Marion? That is so awesome. That is so cool that Marion's here. Very nice to see. But yes, Freddie does his own TA. Marion, an old friend of the station, absolutely, of the channel, right? The VIP. He's an old friend of VIP. Not sure how you're doing. You haven't been a VIP for a while, so it's nice to have you back. Maybe you're re-exploring becoming a VIP again. Marion's real good at finding price action. We really liked that. That was a lot of fun. So this is what Freddie did, and Marion trades a lot. He'll understand what happened. But in terms of this line of resistance, I said anyone who does that, anyone who challenges and busts through this line of resistance, you're going to get a trophy, right? So that's what the trophy's all about. That's what created the champion that you guys see in terms of Freddie. It's pretty cool, huh? Because the market was down. I talked about it for hours. I was like, how many trades can we take against us? Well, that's the difference with a VIP, right? You throw us 30 bad trades, bam, we're going to get in the next one, right? You throw us 40 bad trades, bam, we're ready to get in the next one, right? Always with that heavy reserve backup cash. So that's essentially what Freddie did here, and bam, he powered up through. So he is the January champ, Real interested to see what happens with Near. Have you guys seen Near Protocol? Huh? Have you seen this? Huh? It's up 10% today. I brought it early, guys. I'm just going to talk about this, and I just released a video, very interesting video, okay, on Twitter. Go over to Twitter and watch that video, because I brought up the Elliott Wave International. I talked about the likelihood of the pour down from this specific area, and I'm like, I don't know. It's up 10%, right? It's in this throw over area. I have to talk about it. Near Protocol is one of the coolest things I've seen. It's just in terms of the presentation, the outlay, etc. It's just really nice. If we look at this specific thing, it's a good time for us to talk about the idea of a throw over, irrespective of whether or not you even know about this project. And I don't like projects per se. I'm just going to say that. I don't like, being kind of being constricted to, oh, I really like this. I really like this. Well, you don't like that. It's almost clicky, So, at some point it's like, let's respect, quality development in the space, but I'm just not real big on, it's almost isolating in a way, right? When you talk about a specific different project, I don't like that, it becomes isolating. So I really try and open people's eyes to the technicals, irrespective of what we're looking at. If this were Bitcoin, how would we trade it, right? So I'm real big on that. So this throw over situation of this expanding diagonal here, the books say, everything says, just patent, okay, in terms of the actual, let me see if I can find that for us, and then we'll go back to Bitcoin, but I want to just demonstrate what does this say in terms of, if I can find that. I don't know if I can find this. Let's see. I might be able to. Not online. I think, yeah, I found it actually on the Twitter. Let's go through the Twitter, that the tweet, I guess you would say, that I released, because it's important stuff, and I want you guys, if you read through that or not, I'll walk you through it real quickly, because it's an important issue. Near topped out, question mark. At any time you're dealing with an expanding diagonal, let's look at this, guys. What is like the Library of Congress, Congressional Library? What do they say? Right? Okay, important change of direction to follow, question mark. An important change of direction to follow after you get into a situation like this. This is what the Library of Congress says, guys. It's not me. So I went ahead and said that with the copyrights applying and attaching. And you guys go buy this book. I love this book. I see it all over Twitter. So it's like something they share, their diagrams, everything else. So make sure that you buy this book, guys. Library of Congress, control number, etc. Very excited about those copyright laws, everything. But look at this, guys. Illustrating a one upward, downward, let's see, real life formation. It shows a real life possible expanding diagonal. Expanding diagonal. Notice that in each case, an important change of direction followed. And if you guys aren't watching this on a big screen, I need you to watch it on a big screen TV, right? Absolutely. So, yes, the issue is after this expanding diagonal, yeah, an important change of direction occurs. Boom, 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 boom. After that throw over event, you see that little V right there? Yeah, the throw over the line of resistance. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm waiting to see. I'm really interested in this. I'm really super interested because I let the video out on it. I'm like, it looks so bullish. Nothing can beat this thing. But it's just not a classic formation. It's not a bull flag. It's not a bull pennant. And this is why you get into, well, it looks so strong. It could look a lot stronger, right? We would like to see something like this. And Freddie knows, Mary knows, yeah, we would like to see if it looked really strong, right? Throw us a bull flag, right? Yeah, why not? Like, you throw us a bull flag. The whole market should be like that, right? If it's really strong, throw us a bull pennant, throw us a bull pennant, come on. You've thrown us an expanding diagonal, which if we do the research at all, we're going to find this thing's supposed to capitulate down through the ground. So at least, it says at least to this area of initiation. So that'd be $13.03. That's a big move. Okay, on a really hotly moving coin. So this is where the rubber meets the road. It's like, I'm going to do the research. I'm going to bring you what's in the Library of Congress, right? Just, fact, like what's in the Library of Congress. 30% move to the downside. That would be a huge move down, right, for near, right? That would get you back down into the $13 range. But apply the rationale, apply the reasoning. I want you guys to be able to go through that on all of your trades. Bitcoin off today about 2.38%. Seems like every time I go back to it, it's 2.39 down or so there. So we will look at the details. Let's run into, let's see if I have some additional charts up. Let me go ahead. I'm going to reload this so that we get a refresh and a reload on the charts so I can just bring up a real clear, there we go, a real clearly indicated chart for you guys to look at. There we go. And I don't want to delete that all the way. I'm going to keep that up there. I'm going to just, let me go ahead and have some different, like trend is your friend. I brought that to you guys. The trend is your friend. Some different chart dynamics you guys can look at. Just some different indicators to kind of up your game. And without confusing or relying on them too much. You guys know that. So we are in this downward sloping channel. You guys know that. One thing that I had brought up was the fact that we had been so reticent to beat either the 300 or the 100 moving average, exponential moving average, that was on the indicator, trend is your friend, okay? The trend is your friend indicator, real smooth indicator, trend is your friend, right? Under the style, you got that right there. Just change the colors of the moving average 1 and 2, right, if you want those as inputs, okay? And, just make, they're going to be inputs on that indicator. But just, it's a nice indicator. It's not too much. It's not too aggressive. It's something you can handle with. You can change your moving averages if you like to. You can do a whole lot of things on this indicator. It's got a lot of different options for you guys to look at. But I liked it, and I wanted to bring it to you because it showed, again, to kind of review to the price action, it showed how difficult it has been for us to get up and over this 200, okay, the 200, which would be the purple, and the 100, which would be that orange, right? We have pushed and we have failed, pushed and failed, really at the insipiency. Now, for 85 days, we've been doing this for 85 days since we started the retrace, since $69,000. It's been 85 days, okay? 85 days, guys. So 85 days, Bitcoin has not wanted to produce. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, just boom, boom. At one time, we got up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over that. Let's call it. We can almost call it 2 times. It's just when you're up and over and you're frustrated. It's like right now we're kind of up and over that specific orange line, which is the 100 moving average on the exponential moving average on the hourly. Right. When we look at that, it's like only one time we had significant movement above. Okay, powering up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any kind of like a microcycle. Yeah, any kind of a channel formation to the upside. Right. So 85 days we've done this before. We have, and we prevailed. We just did as a group. We did. We made it through. What did we make it through, guys? You guys know we're proven, right? We are. Our footsteps are firm. They're trackable. We were online. We have all this stuff. Like big deal, right? They want to do this. Guess what? We're gonna catch it in the back. Ascending triangle. Boom. That was one there was no question when we caught that one, right? Then we're going to be in the back, right? After this, like, huge consolidation beforehand. While everyone else gets bored, we've learned that's good. If everybody else gets bored and goes away, that's good. If everybody else wants to leave the market alone, that's good. I just tell you, once they wait, it's a pariah. They don't want to touch crypto. Good. We've learned that. So, 64 days we were sideways in this range, okay? Really, if you step it on up to the entirety of the action in the $30,000 range, really we were in the $30,000 range for about 70 plus days, okay, in this range for about 70 days to include the break out of that range, okay? So that's important, right? 70 days, boom, within a constricted area. We have just been in this zone in the 40s, in these lower 40s I'm going to say the lower 40s if we include the kind of the upper 40s, but we start to get into the 50s here, right? We have not been in this zone for long at all. So compare 70 days to 10 days, or compare 70 days even to 40 days, right? If we've been in the 40s with a little bit of marginal action into the 50s, just compare that 70 days to 40 days. Right? Maybe 40 days. So we might have some more consolidation to go on. The market, a lot of people I've seen are a little depressed about crypto. They put money in at the top. They've lost money. Well, okay. All right. If you have, I'm just going to say, if you're overexposed, if you never wanted to double down anyway, well, okay. That's okay. It's long-term investing. It's better to trade. I just say, and it's great to get those off the shelf. Like, hey, I got it at 3 cents. It's worth $3. Those are great. Like Matic. Yeah, some of those are just fantastic, right? Near has a lot of potential. We'd like those trades that really go well, but we don't like to always hold them. I just say we don't like to always hold them. Like I'm just gonna when I talk to people, they're gonna go long. I talk to some guys that are gonna go long Bitcoin. When it's everyone wants to when it's at 60,000. It's like, well, you got to just go along and hold it, right? Well, so did Austria. The government of Austria said, okay, good. You could do that and we'll tax you on it. Boom, right? China again with Iceland. Boom, 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 boom. And then what happened? Pruskis, the Russians. Uh-oh, Russia got involved. Shout out to all the Russians. I know we have some Russians in the audience. Very interesting country. I'm very fascinated by Russia. I didn't know that St. Petersburg is like the capital of art for Russia. That sounds very nice. I studied some art in Spain, in Madrid, and I'm really excited about that potential of maybe going to St. Petersburg one day and really trying out the, I don't know, just kind of seeing what they have in terms of museums and whatnot. It should be cool. So shout out to any Russians that are in the audience. Hope you guys are doing well. All of our international crew, like Marion Daniel. What's up, Marion Daniel? Hope you are doing well. It looks like we have some comments from Marion. Where do we go? Miss you too. What's up? You'll be back in the VIP soon. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. That's what's going on. We love Marion Daniel. He is awesome, huh? You learned a lot from me. Good. And I know you have the books and materials to keep learning. Say hi to all and good luck with your trades, people. Absolutely. It's always that deal. Marion has he's a career guy. He has a career, right? A lot of people want to trade for a career. And Marion is a great example because Marion has a career, right? He has a profession, a career. And the one thing I'll say about Marion, classy guy, he has a great. We shout out to your better half as well, huh? Your beautiful better half. Right? He has a beautiful. I'll just say woman in his life that I hope he's very good too, and she's very good to him. But we get to know our VIP, okay? So, but the one thing, like with Marion, like people understand, and he knows this. It's like, well, you can say like, yeah, I want to be a full-time trader. All right, you can say that, but then you get into it. It's like, man, I was trading all week long. Like I spent 80 hours trading. It's like, yeah, when they say you want to trade full time, people don't understand that means you're going to trade full time. And crypto, it doesn't make apologies. You guys know with Bitcoin, man, I was up at it did it again. By the way, Bitcoin did this again. All right, out 2 days in a row. Freddie was up this time. What's up, Freddie? May have been up last time. You're just like, I don't know if I want to admit I'm. Yeah, it's waking us up. We got the alert set or something. But as we look at this. Okay, check this out. We're having some fun in the back there. But look at this. You guys know 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. Look at this. What are these from? What time are these from this morning? 3:45 in the morning yesterday? Yeah, 3:45 in the morning yesterday, right? Let's just do this. You guys saw this yesterday? Yeah, you probably did. Okay, so up at 3:45 in the morning. Right? You know, getting up at 3:45 in the morning. And let's see what we have here yesterday. We have some materials. That's at 250. So I want to get back. I want to show you guys what Bitcoin's been doing 2 days in a row. Yeah, we'll go through it, huh? Because I mean, we've been going through it. I brought this up. I wanted to bring this up. This is the more materials, guys, that you need to buy that book if you don't have it. If not, you'll find that they publish this on Twitter, etc. It's floating around. The ideal Elliott wave progression. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then what? Boom, down. Right. That's what Bitcoin was doing yesterday. Look at this. I brought this up to the VIP in the back. You guys see that? Look how bullish it looked at the top. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and boom, down, right? Yeah, so that was nice to be able to bring to the VIP in the back, right? That's why we miss you, Marion, etc. It's nice to have these examples to look at, and boom, right? And it does say, and then the final advance, right? The final advance, boom. So that's what we're seeing right now. Just to answer, just to put a name to it, to put the diagram to it, boom, down. Of course, it could have been. It could have been a part of a larger formation, something like that. Of course it could have, right? Anything is possible. As we would look at this flag failure, what was this? This is when I woke up. This was yesterday at 3:45 in the morning to watch a fake out, right? Only to have it an hour and a half go boom, straight up. So I'm telling you guys, it's been 2 days. And that was yesterday at 3:45 in the morning, right? Having to get up at 3:40, getting to do that. So when you say I want to trade full time, okay, you want to trade full time. You're going to be up at 3:45 in the morning every day this week. I mean, come on, guys, it's a lot, huh? So crypto is non-apologetic, right? It's not going to say, okay, well, fine, I'm sorry, I'm Bitcoin. I want to jump into your wallet. I'm Bitcoin. I want to jump into your wallet. We haven't heard that too much. Huh? No, we haven't. Look at this today at 3:54 a.m. Right now, it's doing it again at 3:54 a.m. today. So yesterday it was 3:45 or 3:30. Today, same story. So when you say and you have these dreams, I want to quit my job, I want to become a full-time trader. It's like people tell me that, London, I'm ready to do this. I'm like, they're so excited. I'm like, oh, really? Huh? That's good, huh? You're gonna be that excited, right? When? At 3:45 or 3:54 every morning. Okay. So, a lot of you have these dreams. You have these ideas. You know where you're headed in life, and we found the market. It's gonna be like I'm on Wall Street. I'm gonna be Gordon Gekko, right, or the other guy in the movie Wall Street, right? Yeah. Well, just understand. We just documented it. Yeah, we did in terms of 3:45 every day. And the problem is, that'd be great. Well, you got to wake up. You got to find the answer. You got to make the money. Oh, really? Huh? Oh, it's gonna give you the answer at 3:45 in the morning. I don't know about that, guys. At 3:45 in the morning, both days it was trying to fake us out at 3:45 in the morning. Okay? So, yeah, you really got to do your homework. You really got to pay attention to what's going on in the market. They faked out on both of them at 3:45 in the morning. All right. It's a lot, guys. Yeah. So when you say, I want to trade full time, I'm going to do this. Most people think, well, I'm going to get a Ferrari. I'm going to have my jet, keys together. I'm going to meet my pilots at the runway. I'm going to, plug into this. Hey, I've been there. I've done that. It's fun, right? It's a way to be. But you're up at 3:45 in the morning. You're getting faked out. You're doing all these things. And sometimes it's just like with Bitcoin right now, you may be predisposed to be long in the market right now. You may be. That just may be your preference. You don't want short contracts written with your name on it or your ID on it betting against Bitcoin. There's something inside of you that won't allow you to do that. All right? What's inside of you that might not allow you to do that would be like a recovery of 20%. You realize when you short something 5L, okay? You want to make the money, you want to short it 5L. What does that mean? Well, you're going to get 5 times the return to the downside. Well, that's easy. It's going down for 85 days, right? Yeah, it's easy. It's going down for 85 days. I'll just write a short contract to get paid on it, right? Well, listen to this. If we really zoom in to this area, and we look at a short and how a short really would have carried down through this area a bit about midway. What happens when you have 5L or 5S and it goes against you? Just boom, boom. You get wiped out. So the same way you have to wake up every single morning, potentially at 3:45 and watch that, right? Especially if it's like, well, it's crucial. This is crucial cash. This is breadwinner money here. This is what you have to earn. Kind of, it has to be have to burn instead of have to earn, right? It just has to be that way. If it's not, you kind of have to burn, have to have a good time, have to trade, have to throw at it. And if you don't have that in the background, it's like, you don't want to have to play with your have to earn money, right? I'm just going to tell you guys that it's not going to be conducive to, well, it's going to be a healthy 3:45 in the morning. It's going to be a healthy day to go. Forget the have to earn money. It has to be have to burn money. I'm just going to tell you, okay, in terms of your approach to the market, when to take, well, it faked me out. Well, it didn't do this. It did do that. Now, if you have the, kind of the have to burn money, right, a little bit, because look at the hole in the pocket today. If you had to be long, it's at least retracing, taking away what it gave you, right? So be aware of that. I was just talking about near protocol, right? What's near going to do? Maybe it's going to fly up through the roof, right? We have Library of Congress materials about what it's supposed to do, right? Is it going to just traject to the upside? Maybe. It looks like it's just printing micro bullish formations. Can you really rely on like Library of Congress materials, right? It's like the Library of Congress literally established. Elliott Wave International is saying, boom. Can you rely on that? How many times can you not rely on it, right? That's why I'm saying in terms of also look at this. Is it your fault? It's not your fault, guys. If you have that information that's literally directing you from like the Library of Congress, things that have been studied, like it's in line with patterns, et cetera, that have been studied by the Federal Reserve, like official economists with head and shoulders, this or that. I mean, come on. So it is what it is. Let's watch near play out and see what it does. But when it's have to earn money, it can't be. It cannot be for you to have a good life, for you to be VIP. It just can't be. You guys need to know that. It's part of the deal. And not have to burn, like, well, you got to get it out. You got to get rid of it. You got to do this and that. But just understand, I've seen people do very well with small amounts of money. Okay, I've seen people, they probably gave up all kind of lost, cause or hope or anything else. They wound up making $1 million. So they wind up making $2 million. So if the market does have you down, just be prepared to be in a group or within a group of people, and it has a lot of people down, right? So we're going to go back through these EMAs real quickly, and that's not to throw a rain on the parade and say have to earn, have to burn. Put it into context, right? Put it into context. Well, if it's going to involve risk, first of all, and the risk is going to be to some degree non-determinable, right? It's going to be sometimes it seems to go in your favor for a month, right? Boom, boom. Then it's just 85 days with this, right? So in terms of the pep talk today, you're going to get the have to earn versus the have to earn versus have to burn, right? And at some point, you're going to be put in a position. If my dogs start barking, that's because I probably need to go work out, need to go hit the park and the gym and the weights. That's okay. I may need to do that in a bit. They have a good way of reminding me of that. But I like that today, have to earn versus have to burn, okay? Because, people get in the position and say, well, I need to make this money in the market. I need to. No, you do not. This is the most volatile market and kind of, ask Freddie. He plowed into a line of resistance yesterday. He got rewarded. Now, that was his nature. He plowed into it yesterday. Freddie has his extra cash on the side to throw in and hammer in at lower levels. He just does. So he's fine with it. He understands the have to earn, have to burn. What is it? Don't love it, don't hate it. don't date it, just trade it. What is it he says about the project? Do you really like this? Do you want to romanticize your trade and this specific? Talk about all the fine qualities of this trade. Like, don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. Right? He's good at that. I like that a lot. Shout out to Freddie. But that is the notion here. And I think he'll appreciate at some point. It's like don't. Not to earn. Don't trade to earn. You trade to burn. Because at some point, you have to what you have out of the market right now, and it becomes difficult when you try and I got to recoup that part right there. Boom. I got to get out of that right there. Whoop. You can't lose too much. You can't if you don't have the extra below you. It just turns into like you have to have that riding position that we talked about yesterday. We talked about this. Hey, my pups are going to be all over me. I'm going to have to go work out here in a second. That's going to be okay. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I had a dream about working out last night. That's one thing, and I wasn't doing a good job either. I was like, in my dream, I was frustrated. I was like, I wasn't even working out well in my dream. Like, yeah, this is bad. I woke up like, I got to go hit the gym, man. It's like a failure of a dream of the workout. I was like, I don't work out like that, dude. It's like, give me the bench press, give me 220. Throw the plates on. Let's do this. What we're going to do is a short recap of yesterday. Okay, now when I say burn and earn, right, it cannot be a burn, right, or it cannot be an earn, have to earn. It has to be more like, it has to be the cash at some point, maybe even a carry position, right, or think in terms of that, in terms of like, you have your profession, you have things lined out, you have this ability to make huge amounts of cash this year in 2022. So where's your, we talk about like peppering in. We talk about this and that, right? If you're trading, and I say this a lot of times, and I've said this throughout the entirety, and guys pay attention to this, right? I say this, that the guys who have like $1 million, right, will trade, originally they'll trade up front with an amount that looks like they have like 20 or 25 or 50 sometimes. They'll just have a carry position of, maybe $10,000. Maybe they got 25 in here, etc. On this carrying position here, right? The guys with only 25 or 50, they'll trade like they have $1 million. They will trade as if they had $1 million. You guys see that? I see it all the time. And they're expecting it to go and really function and to be able to explain it and to really be able to dissect the market. Now we try, we do it, we do as good of a job as we can, but that dynamic just plays true. It really plays true in terms of let's just talk about this yesterday, was it? Right, the channel formation yesterday. And it's like, well, you'll always find a chart that matches up with something. Well, that's the idea. That is the idea without telling people to buy or sell. Giving them the opportunity to trade and be their own people, right, is like at some point, I can point and shoot and click and this and that and, be a photographer for Elliott Wave International or for whomever, right? I can do that. But, it's nice for people to be able to see, that this wave progression yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside, right? And for them to gauge the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the ending, boom, boom, right? So that's what we did yesterday, right? Could it beat, right? Could it have beaten the market? What were the parameters to beat the market? Well, we had reached that ascending triangle, right? We had that ascending triangle, the amplitude there. We had reached that, boom. Few other kind of stretch patterns could have gotten us up and above, right? Could have. We could have been really, really exiting some kind of really frustrated falling wedge here. We could have if the lines were drawn a little bit more difficultly. We failed that there. Okay, so just in terms of that, I just always want people to be their own traders. I want you guys to prove to me who you are. We talked about on the hourly, and we did talk about this. A little bit of a difficult cup and handle, and I've always said I hate trading cup and handles, right? You guys know that. I hate trading cup and handles. Let me go ahead and open this in a new tab and see if I can get this squared away. There we go. But yeah, this cup and handle, like I don't like cup and handles for the reason that you're seeing on the screen right now, but this kind of cuppage formation in the handle right here, I'm just not a big fan of them, never have been. That's one thing that could have gotten us up and above that the standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So yeah, that's just that is the way that we approach the market. I can play the point and click and get all the information, all the TA, and be like, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. When Elon decides he's going to buy another 1 billion Bitcoin and we weren't prepared for it, the whole crowd is going to be like, oh, London didn't know. I'm like, Well, even if I did, I'm not allowed to tell anyone like that. So, it's better to produce the kind of the market intel, to produce the framework to the VIP, and to let you guys kind of make the decision. I think that's really nice. If you guys don't mind, let me have a sip of coffee. Hold on. Man, I have some good coffee. This is good coffee. Mint chocolate chip, and it's Marco Polo and mint chocolate chip. It is very cool. That's really good. Oh man, it's good coffee. I gotta tell you guys, I have a special way of making coffee. If you guys drink coffee, you have to let me know. I have a special way of making coffee. It's just good. It's really good. So we are at this 786. Copy that. So people had the undesirable, very undesirable, all right, I'd say problem yesterday of jumping into a trade after it had already hit on a Fibonacci. Right? It's like if you didn't have an established position, you guys know, it's like, well, I don't want to jump into a trade that's already hit a Fibonacci. I don't want to just jump on board after something's already started to take off. Yeah, the likelihood of success on that, it's a lot lower, right? It really just is. I mean, it's like you're jumping on the train after it's left, and it's like, well, the people who have done well, they hit their target below, right? Freddie's really great at hitting those targets. Way to go, Freddie. Man, I turned around and Freddie made another good entry. When this was pouring down, he was saying to people, it's a good time to look at entries, to look at those entries on those alts that maybe you didn't have the exposure to, right? So we can, and I have the candles a little bit done differently, just to kind of spruce things up, just to kind of spice them up a little bit. Let's just go through this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of this, right? And so we can go through the specific micro patterns. We can apply what we did yesterday, okay, on the buy and the sell, right? In terms of that buy with the B's below, carry the alpha, right? Carry the A. We'll just say carry the A is fine. Then sell above, right? Absolutely. So always being able to engage in that at all times. Always being able to say, yes, we're trading right now, right? We're in the process of this is the carry position, right? Then we're able to say yes. And what do we have below? We have buy orders. Boom, right? Let me go ahead and change this to a color you guys can see. Kind of make it. We'll turn it bubblegum pink. There we go. So we have the buy. Let me just do this, and we have that. Just to review the concept here, because Freddie picked up on it well. He did from yesterday's deal, and I appreciate that, Freddie. Thank you. Then we have the sell above. So we can set at the same time, and he knows this, and we know this, right? Everybody knows this. It's nice. But we did discuss it. Being able to, let's just do this. Boom, ba-boom. There we go. Being able to set at the same time, whether or not your orders to sell for profit ever got executed above where you were. Now, that's a question. As we would look at this specific opportunity now, for it to come down and pick up orders below, the idea would be to buy more as it were to go low, right? Set your orders to buy and sell at the same time. A lot of people don't look at the market that way. Well, am I supposed to buy now or sell now? Well, you can do both. You can enter the orders on both, right? You can have the standing orders to buy below, in addition to what you already have, and you can have standing orders to sell. Like, well, if you want to execute one now, you want one that's going to execute, you want me to tell you which order is about to execute in the market? Okay. If you put me behind the scenes in the exchange, I still couldn't tell you that. Legally, I wouldn't even be able to tell you that. Now, we can become predictive in terms of, and you guys know that, right? Isn't that odd? If I worked with an exchange and actually knew, I wouldn't be legally allowed to tell you. Isn't that odd? But people still want that information when you're outside of the exchange. It's like, it's pretty tough. It's good. I like that. It's a good challenge for everybody. What I'm going to talk about is the specific. Let's go into the specifics of the wave pattern formation again that we covered yesterday. Let's go through that Elliott formation. There we go. Elliott, the ideal. Look at this. Idealized. Okay, you're going to find a lot of like exculpatory language, NTA, because the market's going to move. It's going to present you risk, right? Idealized, right? Idealized. Like, what's ideal? Ideal is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Okay, so in terms of that, let's look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The fact that it's a micro wave formation within a constricted channel is telling me that it's, we're really right now we're not necessarily part of a larger pattern. And that's one thing I kept saying is like, yeah, maybe the scoop theory, right? With that, with this, it's just, you guys know, it's like it would have been better. And if you know the classic definition of like, what would be, if there is one, a classic definition of a cup and handle, we would expect the actual price line to follow this down in here, right? So not just the extremature of the pricing formation, although that is there. It is there, right? Along with this handle, right? We would expect the actual price line to really dig in and create that scoop, right? We would expect that. So again, ideal-wise, that would be ideal. So we've looked at also the ideal formation here in terms of let me get rid of those. Boom, there we go. That idealized, there we go. The idealized Elliott wave progression versus like the ideal, we would say, a cup and handle feature, and you can kind of, you can kind of make that out in terms of the actual kind of the curvature, the rounding formation here, right? Just not, it has this this kind of aggressiveness to it here, so it's just not, it's not textbook. What is textbook? I would say at this point would be the buy orders that are in that Freddie is talking about, the boom, right? If we just draw this real basically, and we have some different strategies that you guys know we go through as VIP, right? We just do. If I were to go through kind of the original strategy here of what's probably already hit, I'd say we were maybe down to this to the bottom line formation. Traders are definitely working on at the different levels of, at least primarily the most aggressive ones, are working on capture or purchase accumulation at the levels that are more constricted, that are higher based upon previous breakouts. Okay, previous breakout initiating a trend formation, right? We would work these up to that breakout level. We could call one here, right? We could call maybe one here in terms of the breakout of a previous formation, right? That's where traders would begin their Fibonacci's to set orders. Just calculate real quickly, look across, and boom, you have them, enter them into the system. There's your accumulation. So, and different traders will be more aggressive or less aggressive. It's like which are the correct Fibonacci's? Which Fibonacci's are the best, right? Which pricing targets are the right ones? Well, the right ones are the ones that are going to accommodate. Sometimes they're going to get hit, and sometimes it's going to depend, I'm going to say, on whether or not you're aggressive enough or not. Right? If we just draw bare bones from wick to wick right now, okay, that's in the process of playing out right now. Okay, just from wick to wick, real bare bones. We're on kind of in a micro range right now. We just are, right, in a micro range in terms of just at a Fibonacci. So not always do we set up just micro Fibonacci's really, it's not. It is a macro Fibonacci that we're in currently, but it's not to ground zero, right? It's not all the way to it's not all the way from the top to, let's say, to zero. It is already a range, designated range, right? Meaning from a breakout to that upper range, to the all-time high, right? That previous breakout to the all-time high. We saw that the golden pocket played well. Also, the 786 seems like it's directly right now in the process of going through its hit. So we're not on. We're on a macro, an application, a specific range or a micro range applied to the macro chart. Yeah, we can designate it like that. But to say it's just a macro Fibonacci, it kind of is. It's kind of a mid-level Fibonacci. The range. Let's say the range from, let's just do this, about 32,000 to 69,000. So it's not 0 to 69. It's about half that, right? So a mid-range Fibonacci to I bring that up because how micro do you want to get with your orders, right? If you want to compound in at different levels, etc., that mid-range may be just fine for you. Like, I just carry this specific holding on throughout and see if it wants to go up, see if it wants to go down. If I'm going to accumulate more at the level below on that mid-range function, and then I'll have, in addition to this mid-range function, right, from about the 32 to the 69, you would have the actual real to ground zero, real ultimate macros, right? Yeah, you would have the actual, and I'm just saying ground zero is always for me. Ground zero literally means to ground zero. We go into the coordinates and we just bam, I want to know this pricing targets all the way to the bottom. Ba-boom. Okay? Bam. So we have really the macro. These are real macro. We have the mid-level. Then we're discussing getting into a really, really micro level. So the more detailed that you want to be with your trading, the more time you have to, I'd say, to establish your positions. It doesn't take time to calculate it. It's an automatic tool, right? It's automatic. It literally does it for you. It literally takes 1, 2, 3 seconds. Boom. There they are. It takes 3 seconds. I know a lot of people watching. This is too complicated. It just took 3 seconds. It literally just took you 3 seconds. You could literally type this order in. You could type this order in within 5 seconds. Literally, it's not complicated. You know, I know people think, well, that's too complicated for me. It's like, look, 1, 2, 3, 42, 221.51. Within 10 seconds, I hit boom, buy, bam, buy. That's it. Within 10 seconds, I just hit a level of the Fibonacci. Within 10 seconds. Okay? Literally. So, you know, maybe it's too complicated for some people. Okay. They just want to know if it's going up or not. I mean, do they even care about where they buy it? You have to ask if people don't even, you know, they can't even take 10 seconds to enter in an order to figure out where a pricing target is. Do they even care where they buy it? You know, I sell them, you know, $100,000 Bitcoin. I got some $100,000 Bitcoin hanging around. You know, some people like it at that level. Just let them know, you know, maybe they don't care. You know, just let them know I got some $100,000 Bitcoin just hanging around here. If you're that lazy, you know, it's just, I guess so. Why not, huh? It takes 10 seconds, right? So as the price goes up, as we get the volatility to the upside, we sell. As we get it to the downside, we buy. We expect this range volatility, particularly with Bitcoin and the other coins. We look forward to that. That's why we trade, right? Looking forward to that near. What do you guys think is going to happen, huh? Is it going to rifle down in line with the Library of Congress and Elliott Wave International? I don't know. It looks so strong, huh? I mean, nothing has wanted to beat it, huh? Near has been on fire, huh? It's been on fire. I'm so glad that I brought it to the community. I hope you made wads of cash. I hope you did, huh? I hope you guys did, huh? That and some other ones have been moving. Ampleforth is up again today. Dusk, I've been talking about Dusk. You know that. Phantom is flat. Sushi, Doge is flat. Doge took off last night. Hoping Doge was the precursor. Doge was the fake out. Yeah. I wonder if they're on to us, Freddie. I don't know. We were up, you know, at 3:45 yesterday, and then today at 3:45 again. We were watching. I saw Doge on the moon, man. I did. We got that picture. Doge on the moon. Should we? I think we should go through this. You guys want to see Doge? You're gonna have to look at this. It's part of the. It is. We gotta document this while we're waiting for price action. Let's see what we got. Doge on the moon. Now you're gonna have to see. I don't know if you guys see Doge. You see Doge? I don't know if you see Doge. It's some kind of. I just when I saw it, I saw Doge. You see that right there? I did. I saw Doge. When I looked up at the moon, to me, I really, really saw. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Put it on a big screen, take a picture of it. When I looked up there, I was like, that looks like Doge. So I had to say that. That was before Doge took off 15%. I don't know why. So I don't know, Freddie. They might be on to us, huh? I'm not sure what's going on, but, you know, it's why, because Doge I was like, Doge may be the precursor for the whole market. This is how we're geared. We want the price to go up. We want it to go up. We want people to make money. It's like, no, actually, Doge was the fake out. You know, Doge was the head juke, right? That the pump fake, the juke, the sayonara. So, being prepared to operate within the entirety of this range, right? We've already had one hit where? At the 78.6. Copy that. Right? So pick up opportunities the entirety of the way here. Okay? Whatever you're carrying here, okay? Selling as it goes higher. The sell orders, right? They vary as you go up. Right? So you would theoretically have less of this as you would go to here. You would have more of it as you would go down. You would have less, right, as you would go up. Right? You would release profit. Right? People say, I don't know when to sell. Well, you sell some, right? You sell some, you buy more. Huh? So as you're thinking, challenge yourself. As you're thinking, well, I don't know when to sell. Just flip it. I don't know when I should buy more. Immediately get there, huh? And maybe just flip it in your mind a little bit. I don't know when I should buy more. Because whatever you're selling, you're going to flip around and turn it into probably buy orders. Do you want more buy orders below? Maybe it's a good way to fashion that in your mind. Would you like to buy more at a lower price? What are the patterns telling you, right? What are the indications in the market for the big boss, for Bitcoin, right? What is the strength of the overall, like if you're in profit and we're amidst this 85-day pour down, right? If you're in profit amidst this 85-day pour down, what does that mean? How many people are in profit? Not a lot, huh? Not a lot, huh? If you're beating the resistances, how many times is that happening? Not many, right? So just, be just be reasonable with yourself is what I'm going to say, and ask yourself, do you want to buy more at a lower price, right? If you have an amount dedicated to trading, do you want to carry that portion up? If you want to go moon, while we're in an 85-day retrace, go moon, man. Just make sure you have that backup cash, because that cash may be gone. Okay, that was had to burn, not had to earn. We don't deal with it. Had to earn. Had to earn. No. Had to burn. Just the money had to burn. You had to trade the 15 breakouts to the upside in these 85 days. That's just who you are, right? That's fine. It's just kind of, had to earn. Well, you had to earn. Bitcoin kind of tough to have to earn. I'm just going to tell you, there's not people lined up earning Bitcoin. It's just not. You'd be a real good trader, but even with the pricing dynamics in play from CZ, etc., right, and arbitration bots, arbitration bots, all kinds of stuff we've learned recently, haven't we? Arbitration bots, so you can't make money on your trades. Oh, cool. That's nice. I was expecting that this year. Yeah, that's a little not nice. Good gosh, arbitration bots deployed. I wonder who has technology and loves stuff like that. I have no idea. Hope you guys are doing well, everybody, in spite of the people who have that kind of technology. Arbitration is not arbitration. I'm trading. I'm just trading. I know I can multiply my account by 2 or 3 in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but that's just me. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm beating the market. I teach people how to beat the market. So how can you not let me beat the market? How does that become problematic? I don't understand that. I really don't understand it. I can multiply my account in 2 or 3 weeks, and then they turn on the arbitration juice on my account. Like, do what? You turn on the arbitration, technology, the evil arbitration technology onto my account. I can't double my account anymore. Well, now you're going to take all the money in my account? Or what are you going to do? That's like, who's Stalin or something? I have no idea. Who's Stalin? I have no idea. Stalin statue, huh? Let's look at a Stalin statue, huh? Oh, no. This guy, I have no idea. It seems like something this guy would do. He was the Russian leader between the years of, we're going to take your wallet out of your account because you have beaten the exchanges. Like, yeah, dude, I did that. I did. I multiply it by 2 or 3 times. And, come on, man. Like, you want to front me up, huh? He probably could. He looks like a big dude, huh? So, but Stalin, that's like Stalin. Like, go get your own crypto account. You go trade your own crypto account. It's a lot of hard work. We get up at 3:45 in the morning. We do. We get up at 3:45 in the morning. Man, we are plugged in. We are like hammer time. We are. Literally, we just are. So it just reminds me of Stalin. I don't know why. You guys may know why historically or something else, but I don't know. What is this? What is Freddie saying? 3-day streak of London streams. Exciting. What's up? No Torque in the house. Absolutely in the house. No Torque. You missed this part, bro. You missed this. I didn't want you to miss this. Let's see if it's in this other one. But came up with some interesting information on Near. Whew, that's gonna be one to sweat out. We're gonna have to see how that works. Have to earn versus have to burn. All right, what's the cash you really have to do? It doesn't matter. It's extra cash. Let's roll with it. Is have to burn? Let's have some fun. Well, we have to earn. You have to earn? What do you mean you have to earn? You don't have to earn money with your crypto account. It's like people have to earn Bitcoin. A big long line of people, will work for Bitcoin. No. No. We're going to have fun when we trade, right? Yeah, have to earn versus have to burn. That's it. We're in the have to burn. We got to burn it up. We got to push it. Now, we're going to have our heroes. We're going to have the guys who get hot hands. Like Freddie pushed into the line of resistance. Boom. We're going to have guys like Angel. Bam. $500 super chat ching. $1 million champ Josh. You're going to have your hot hands around, right? They didn't have to earn. There ain't no $1 million person I know. I'm going to tell you guys, not $1 million champ I know around had to earn. None of them. It was all we had to burn. We just had to burn. Man, we just had to. You made $1 million with that amount of money? You betcha. Just had to burn it. Just had to burn it into crypto. Boom. And they make $1 million. It's nice. So keep that in mind. Look at this idealized Elliott wave progression. Idealized Elliott wave progression. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boom. Right? That's what we ran into. Right? You guys know that. That's what we hit. We just did, and we didn't have a better pattern, really a stronger pattern amidst this 85-day retracement. We just didn't have it. Right? But look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brought this to the VIP. Okay? With the other considerations, right? I want you guys to be able to, to know you're playing your own hand, to know that that's going on, right? Yeah. So, and this wasn't exactly kind because it pushed up along. Rarely are they, right? You're always going to find that risk. Always going to find that that feeling it's going the wrong way. It's going the right way, whatever it is, right? It's like a picture, a diagram, right? Literally, you think it's difficult. Like, how can they do that all the time? Yes, you will make money. I mean, what they do, I'm going to tell you this, guys. What they do is they have a whole set of charts, okay? Some of the charts tell you, yes, you will make money. Then the other charts, the other formations that they're going to show you is no, okay? Look, you will not make money. Okay? Some of the chart patterns are going to be yes, you will make money. The other chart patterns are no, you will not make money, right? Now, what they do is, believe it or not, it's real complicated. What they do is they take all the chart patterns over here, What is the idea? There's an idea button? I have no idea. What is an idea button? Idea, you will make money. Huh. There's an idea button in it. Well, let's go. What is this? I have an idea. I have no idea where that went. That's so funny. Why? Because I don't know. I just found the idea button. I hit the idea button. I typed it in, and then I have no idea where that idea went. That's just funny, huh? That's in the context of this whole thing. It is humorous. You have to admit, huh? Click the idea button, and I was putting these up, and I say, you will make money. You will make money. Watch this. Now, where does it go? Where does the idea go? Boom. It completely vanishes. So that's one thing. Trading view as I'm demonstrating this to you guys. That's hilarious, huh? Because it disappears. I don't know where that idea went. All right, but the funny thing is, it's in here somewhere, right? But that's just hilarious, huh? Because that that's the deal, right? Because it demonstrates. I like it because it demonstrates the entirety of this this issue here. Now, what you'll do is you'll have a pattern here as a lock. You'll have a pattern here is let's say a snowflake. You'll have a pattern here, which is, we're going to go through this. I want to go through this, which is, let's say an airplane. All right. Then we're going to have you will make money, and we're going to have a briefcase. There we go. Boom. And one more, whatever this is, the ascending triangle, the bull flag. You guys got it, right? You'll have money, and there's a rocket ship. Boom. Okay, so all of these patterns tell you you will make money. Great. All right. We have an ascending triangle. We have a bull flag. We have a bull pennant. We have a, if it's a falling wedge. There we go. Falling wedge, big in the briefcase. Then we have just, everyone's talking about the whales are loading up, whatever else it is, right? Now we have all of these. No, you will not make money. Let's go through this real quickly. Let's just demonstrate this because I tell this to people quite a bit. All right. Well, no, you will not make money. Well, a little, rain on the parade, right? We have some sort of a top formation, maybe a little umbrella or something. Then we have let's get into this. Well, all the indicators are pointing down. Well, you're not going to make money, right? Okay, then we have, let's go ahead into this. We have a, let's see, what else could we do? Anything like let me look at this. I have to pick a good one here. Hold on. All right. I think I found a good one here. Now we have a Bitcoin. However, we have some problem with the miners. Okay, so the Bitcoin has been turned upside down. There we go. Now we have what's the other pattern? One of these that you will not make money. Okay, I'm just going through how this tricks people, how this does this. Okay, now we have a problem with the network. There we go. Okay, that's like a magnetized card, right? So what happens is this. Okay. The exchanges are just masters at this. I'm going to tell you guys, the whole pricing dynamic has been in effect. I studied this yesterday. I looked at this. There have been fake outs for like the last, since 1940, guys. Since 1920, 1940, for 100 years, people have been getting faked out of this. How is that possible? Okay, well, we have all these patterns and indicators, everything else. Yes, you will make money, right? No problem. Then you have these other ones. No, you will not make money. Now, what they're very good at doing, sometimes, like last night, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, right? We had this Elliott wave progression, right? Yeah, we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Huh? Now, but and we brought that up, and I brought that up in the context of what was going on with Bitcoin. Look at that. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Okay. And this here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the end. That's the final advance, right? Okay. Yeah. So, what they will do, let's go through the details. How does this manifest itself to where it should be that easy, man? We gotta, we had this stacked right here. No, you will not make money. Okay. I mean, that should have been really easy, right? So, what is the other problem that we would have? Well, they'll put a no, you did not make money, or you will not make money, whoop, right? In a larger context of, and that's a negative, right? They'll put a negative in the context of a larger positive, right? They'll put it in the context of something, well, there's a small no, you will not make money, but there's a huge, huge issue here. There's a huge other pattern, and they'll make you balance that. You guys know that. They'll make you take let's see if we can find like a falling wedge that could have been in play, right? Okay, yeah. So they'll make you take one of the things that say, yes, you will make money, ba-boom. And you'll have to gauge that against, and this is where the risk comes in, the lack of determinability, right? Ability to determine, right? We have the, all these symbols that say, yes, you will make money. Just patterns. We go through patterns all the time. But let's think about it a little bit differently, right? So we had the top, right? We had this little top, boom, right here in the context of that. Okay. Let me make this a little small, just small little, that Elliott formation, right? The idealized Elliott wave formation. We had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. And then we had that just clearly demonstrated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then it was right at that line. What happened right at that line? Let's talk about it. Well, it started to really, really heat up, right? Anyone who was thinking, well, you are not going to make money, this is what it does, guys. Anyone who's starting to think right here, you will not make money, oh, well, you're invited to just go sleep on it. Boom, 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 boom. Right? While what? While we go on a racehorse course up through, you're not going to make money. Hello? You guys get this? It's not supposed to do that. Well, this is what the market does, right? You see this curvature formation. You see this pump, boom, 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 up to what? Up till us being up at in the morning at what was it, guys? We were up at 3:45 again. Shout out to Freddie. He was up. He was watching. He was up, right? He was. And that's 2 mornings in a row. You got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to try and beat Bitcoin. It ain't easy. We've been doing it a while, huh? And we beat Bitcoin. We do good. And overall, 2021 was awesome. 2021 starting a little rough. Let's get into our time schedule. It's nothing really new. It is crypto. So when you have something like this saying no Elliott wave idealized progression, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and end, it's not supposed to do that. People who were holding out, well, iron hands, I'm going to hold it out, right? Iron hands, I'm going to hold this out. Boom, boom. So the issue, I got to go work out here in a minute. I'm going to finish this up. So the issue would be like, okay, well, what else could beat this? And this is what you always get into. The degree of. My dog is mad. Sorry, my pup is mad. He's maybe upset about Doge. That's okay. I think he is. We're all upset. Doge was up like 6% last night. If you guys have pictures of your dogs, please put them in the comments of the restricted zone. I'd like to see that. My pup gets wound up. I know it's time for me to go work out. So as we look at this, okay, in the larger context of things, right, we would have started to think, well, at least, we have a double bottom. So yes, this is one of the patterns. No, you're not supposed to make money. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, we have a double bottom. Just like this double bottom. Look at this. Right? Or we start to think we have we start to get kind of exploratory, right? Well, we just broke out of one of these, right, will pop up. And particularly this is the one I wanted to get to, right? is, well, we just broke out of a bullish pattern. Oh, you just broke out of one of the patterns saying you're supposed to make money, right? And we're just going to go through this as well as we can, etc., just with the understanding. I know you guys know this. It's really easy to say, well, it's just contraindicated. But, let's go ahead and stick this sucker right there. Boom. Right? That's what it's reasonable to believe, right? That's the struggle ongoing. So you are forced to go through a bullish pattern, right? That was broken out of, right? Anything wrong with what you did if you played it? No, you're trying your hand at something that's underperformed like 85 days now, right? Yeah, 85 days it's underperformed. So in the context of that, you need to understand you're going to have these cross signals, right? You're going to have this opportunity in line with the patterns that are going to tell you, no, you will not make money. Boom. That's what? Well, that's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 idealized wave set formation. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the end of it, right? That final advance had been completed. Right here where I brought it to VIP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, final advance. Completed the ascending triangle, met that target, right? Copy that. But then what happened? It decides to take you on a trip. Yeah, it decides to wind you up in its little prophet paw, right? There we go. We're going to put you in the prophet paw and just, here you go. You ready for this? You ready for this? Right? Because them people during that phase, while it's winding up into here, they're all about this. Right? Absolutely. People putting more into it. People getting more excited. It's going to beat this. Now we're going to toss this over here. Forget that. Right? Forget that idealized Elliott wave formation. It's part of a larger pattern. Right? It has the juice. It's going to do it. And not so nice of a way, guys. Look at this. It wasn't just the end, capitulation, boom, down through the wave. Right? No. We're going to grind up. We're going to push up. We're going to rock it up. No. So it's not simple. It's not easy. It's not intuitive. It's going to cut against the grain of your emotions, right? That's 2.28% to the upside. That's a nice move, right, for Bitcoin. So it lost instead of it going with the you're going to lose the money. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It gets you wrapped up into this bullish pattern, right? The bullish larger pattern. It's always got that conflict in it. Instead, you lose 4.5%. That's a lot. If you're on 5L, etc., that's a lot. So I bring up today the have to earn versus have to burn. It's not a cop out, right? But you got to just understand it's like you're in crypto, and guys, if you are really good at trading, this is going to be the thing. If you're really good at trading, what does CEO of Binance, the richest Asian on the planet, say? According to whichever. And shout out to the whole Asian community. I have to say that. I've lived with people from China all around the world, to be honest. So I will just say, what does he say about you have to be good at trading? Well, he says you have to be really good at trading if you plan on looking at prices. Oh. But if you just invest and hold, remember before his just bring it up again, before his pattern fell out, right? BNB, I took it off the map, right? Before he fell out of that. We don't have to beat the dead horse here. For all I know, CZ is the coolest dude around. He might be the coolest dude ever to walk the planet. He is Mr. Crypto. Maybe he's the coolest dude in the world. I just don't like him telling people if you pay attention to the patterns, you have to be to the prices. He didn't say anything about patterns. Interesting. He said don't look at the prices. You have to be really good. I think, well, okay. So here this was before he flew out of this specific pattern up top. Now it's recouped. So it's provided a decent kind of juke out of that. But he came up with that. You have to be really good if you look at prices. Okay. All right. And what would that have been for us? It's just another Fibonacci level. I have alerts set up here, but we know that's just another level of the Fibonacci, right? You have to be really good if you look at prices. Do what? What do you mean you have to be really good if you look at prices? Draw them how you want to. No, you don't. You have to take 10 seconds to draw a Fibonacci. That's it. Literally, you have to spend 10 seconds and draw a Fibonacci to hit it what? To hit it the 38.2. You don't have to be a really, 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 really good trader, but you have to get the right prices. You have to be able to get the right prices. We found some coins of his charts with TradingView that had the wrong prices, wrong all-time highs on different time frames. So no, there's no magic sauce here. There's no special genie in a bottle key, and So when I say have to earn versus have to burn, understand it's not like CZ. Ooh, you have to be really good if you look at prices. Yeah, I'm going to buy the pattern that's about to break out from that you're in here telling people you have to be really good. By the way, if you look at prices, maybe he's joking? I don't know. He could be joking. Why? Because you got the 38.2 right below your pattern fallout. That boom hits to the upside. Measure it where you want to. Be conservative. Be aggressive. That hits 15% to the upside, right? Let's stack it below that at the 50%, at the 61.8 to the 65th, to the 78.6 to the 86, our custom level, right? We'll do that. Now, to participate in that, you have to be able to double and triple down. You just do. If you're going to play, King Kong on every level, it becomes difficult. It'll like to skip a level on you. It just will. It's the market. But yeah, there is the answer to the CZ King, right? It's just funny. We all have diamond hands. His name is CZ. You get it. Yeah, everyone gets that. You couldn't have made it up. So maybe he's the coolest dude in the world. I hope such is the case. We're down 2.77%. Talking about the contradiction here between the small pattern formation, larger, right? The larger anticipation of that specifically, nicely kind of crafted out, but without too much anticipation because so many of them had failed. So many of these had failed, right? Just another juke. Ugh. And Freddie called it in the back, didn't he? He did. He didn't go 5L, did he? No, he didn't. I remember Freddie in the back now. I remember him saying he's the champ, guys. Freddie's the champ. He's the 2022 January champion. Look at that trophy, huh? Look at the top trader. It's really well done, huh? It's nicely done, huh? Yeah, look at the nameplate glowing, huh? The VIP on there, the moon on the trophy. It's nice, huh? This is a nice trophy, Freddie. It's not bad. I'm going to put some music to it at some point. I'll put some music to it. Not bad, huh? Pretty nice trophy, huh? Phew. I had to say, look, VIP, huh? It's a VIP trophy. It is nice when you look at it. Like, well, that's pretty nice. So we had the larger macro pattern. In 85 days, we haven't really been doing real well on these, okay? This is why we're here for 85 days. What did Freddie say last night? He says, well, I don't know. We're talking about going along on Bitcoin. He's like, I don't know. Bitcoin is the king of head fakes and jukes, right? Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth. That's what Freddie said. So Freddie got it. Good job, Freddie. Nice in the back. He also brought up as a good chance for people to acquire some additional altcoins. Yeah, sure is. What do you guys think Near is going to do? I have no idea. What are you going to do, Near? You going to rip out the shorts? I don't know. Technically, you're supposed to go boom, down. Just remember what happened last night to Bitcoin. All the way through the thing, it went, it's going to take us for a ride, right? It's going to, you know that, right? So with Near right now, look at this along this, huh? On the idealized wave progression for Elliott, huh? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 end. Oh, no. Here we go. Right? So what's Near going to do? I mean, the patterning is fantastic. The application to the established norms of technical analysis are fantastic. I mean, we're looking at this with the classic throw over along the top. I literally bring you, okay, exactly the formation here as established in the Library of Congress. Hello, pay attention. Library of Congress, control number 2003102119. Copyright information, buy your own book. Okay. 500 words may be reprinted without written permission. Hot dog. We can talk this all day long. Good. Now, that's Elliott Wave International. Look. Boom, 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 boom. See the throw over? Yep. The throw over, the leading diagonal, the expanding diagonal, Near, right? What does it say? Boom, boom, boom. Going down through the floor, right? Backed up by Elliott Wave International. Shout out to Elliott Wave International. Now, figure 119, the one we looked at with the through the floor, shows our real-life possible expanding diagonal. Notice that in each case, an important change of direction followed. Okay? An important change of direction, boom, follows. Okay. Let's see. The pattern always ends with a spike of relatively high volume when a throw over occurs. Ba 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 boom. A throw over. Ba 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 boom. So this is the pattern. This is, I mean, guys, it is what it is, right? But it's also the market. Shout out to Tom Emmer. I want to say, Tom, what's up? You introduced a bill prohibiting the Fed from issuing a central bank digital currency directly to individuals. Ooh, Tom, those are big britches you got on there. I gotta say that. That's something else, Tom. That's fantastic, huh? Ooh, Tom, you gonna tell them what to do, huh? That's a great idea, huh? For him, if I were working with him, I would say, "That's great, Tom. Why don't we go chill out and have some? Let's go play golf, Tom." I would say something like that. You're gonna or we could prohibit this. The government of America from doing something with currency. Hey, Tom, I got a great idea. Let's go play golf, huh? Whatever. I retweet that. When you see that stuff from me, understand there's probably a lot behind it. Like, London is getting political. I ain't getting political at all. I just say, hey, let's go play golf, man. Let's chill out. we're gonna tell I want to tell the United States government they cannot issue a digital currency to the people of the United States. Well, okay, good. Well, fantastic. We're gonna do that after we play 18 holes of golf. How about that, huh? Yeah, we'd be all right. We'd be okay. Now, in terms of, let's look at Bitcoin. Just some fun. Just talking. Just whatever it is. What would you guys think? I'm sure the government's going to love that. I mean, anytime you tell the government they can't do something, like that's the time they'll start to work hard. I guarantee you guys, you're going to get a lot of people in an office that probably don't want to work very hard until you tell them they're not supposed to do something. You're not allowed to do something. Like, who are you to tell us we're not supposed to do something? All of a sudden you're going to motivate. So watch what Tom's doing there with that whole control bill. You're not supposed to issue digital currency. That is the one way to most likely to motivate the government to do something is by you pointing a finger at them and telling them they can't do this. Like, I don't know. Let's just watch Tom. We'll keep an eye on Tom. We'll do that. So hitting into the Fibonacci's, okay? Ballpark, Fibonacci's. You guys understand that sell orders at the same time while you have buy orders, right? Cool. You can still adjust now. What would you do? You would adjust your, let's see this. You would adjust your sell orders, right? For what you're buying. So you got to keep your eye on it, right? And you can have these adjusting, you can have them auto adjust. You can do that. You can do a robot trade. I don't want to do that, guys. I don't want to do a robot trade. Because I don't like the robot not knowing what I like. I like my preferences. I like Library of Congress. I have particulars about what I choose to invest in. Right. I have my technology I like to look at, or in terms of what all. Let's look at this pattern. Well, we already looked at that. The idealized Elliott wave progression, etc. I like to be right. I don't want a computer to be right. Why? Because Freddie knows this too. What happens when the computer's gone? Whoop. Oh, computer only going to last so long, huh? Yeah, computer only going to last so long. You have to have those skills within yourself. When I talk about have to earn versus have to burn, understand you can sometimes have to burn money, it winds up like doing better for you. I just tell you, you have to know that. But in crypto, they always say, well, you have to be ready to lose everything you're investing. Like, oh, whatever. Have to earn and have to burn, right? You got to play with have to burn money. Let's get into it because we're down 80 for 85 days. We're down. So, and keep that big cash reserve of, it's going to be a thrill, a real thriller kind of deal, right? It's going to be literally like moonwalk time, right? Whatever we want to call it. It's gonna. Yeah, we know when things are really going to lift off. Ba-boom. We did that, right? We were there for that. So I'll say we knew when things really were going to lift off. Bam. Okay. There was a lot of green. So in terms of that, we're paying attention. We're not just giving up on the whole thing. Well, this is just a no. It's a way to wrap your mind around the market in a way that may be a little bit healthier for you when you have expectations that have to earn. I mean, if you have to earn while we're retracing 85 days, guys, you're going to hit your trades. You're going to do okay sometimes. It's 85 days. Okay, so we have to keep it in perspective. We have to look at the market. We have to look at the probabilities. I'm bringing up near very particularly. This one's supposed to go through the floor. I'm telling you that based upon, right? And this is a stretch of a theory by which it could still go up. It's a stretch. Like bite my tongue even saying it could go up. It's like butterfly effect and the world disappears. It's a real stretch that maybe it could justifiably go up. This is pattern, classic technique, bam. Just classic Library of Congress, ba-ba-boom. Yeah, it just is. So we're going to watch this to see if it conforms with that. I can stretch and pull the pages and this and that, and I can kind of take. I don't know. I can write what I want to, like on the binding or like on all the pages. When you look at a book, right? I can kind of write what I want to, on the pages that are, not on the binding, but on the actual, like, on a book. When you hold a book up, you can like write your name on the actual pages, on the edges of the pages, and when you put it up there on the shelf, you'll be able to see your name, right? You write it on the edges of those pages. I can kind of do that and find a reason as to why, now I rewrote the book and it's really supposed to go up there, right? Well, I can do that, but like the book doesn't really say that, right? The official studies, this and that, like a real macro, real look at something to recapture the original trend. It's just, I mean, I can get into all that, but we can, I like to push, right? I do. I like to push to get into, and I'll just talk about like near what I discussed. We'll talk about it. I like to push. I like to see, can I reformulate beyond what's kind of anticipated, right? Beyond what would be normally expected. I see, well, okay, can I make a good argument that the original trend here should be recaptured, and all of this was inappropriate, right? All of this was sub-trend, right? Yeah, I liked that argument. I do. I really do like that argument. And I still don't even mind that argument, okay, as we look at that. I still don't even mind the argument, except for the fact that we just have royally charged into this type of a pattern. So I guess let me put that. It's not necessarily me marking up a book or something that doesn't belong, etc. It's just when you march into this level of a pattern, I kind of do feel it's telling me that this degree of a recoup is too much. Even though it definitely could do it. It may be, it's expressed. This was the original trend, right? So we get into those types of issues. We'll get into that type of an issue with a lot of things. Let's get into that issue with Bitcoin, right? Let's draw an analogy with Bitcoin. Let's say it's down 3.6 right now, okay? By that analogy, okay, let's just clean all this up. Boom. Good discussion today. I like that. By that analogy, I'm just going to tell you, we will fall into potentially at a later date, at any point in time, by the analogy that was just constructed therein, with something, along the lines of, let's just do something like this. There you go. And we would maybe operate down in through whatever area in the future, always with the expectation, however or wherever we're headed in the future, etc., we're going to operate in the expectation, but you know what? We're really heading, you start to see, like, we're going to recapture that original trend. So I bring that up. I bring it up with there you start to go in the weekly. It's like, there you go. Yeah, we're going to recapture that original trend to the upside, right? And I don't really have to do this as much, right? Because it would be, we're going to 300,000. And really, before then, it would be the equivalent of on near. of saying, don't even worry about that, man. We're going to recapture this here. So you get into this type of a formulated event. Oh, man, don't worry about it. We're going up to this. So within a certain framework or recognition, like it is that notion that I really push, and I like to see if something can, right? It's me pushing the technicals to see how much can you push a inverse head and shoulders, the notice of retracement and recovery. How much can we maintain the this original line of resistance? And it just starts to scream algorithmic, man, right? It's just you're getting algorithmic on it without, you need like a double algorithmic function that actually applies to the market, right, somehow. So that's what I'm talking about in near, essentially, right? Well, if it's not that one, then maybe it's this one, right? We're going to recover that original trend, see? So, and it starts to get, well, I mean, yes, in theory, we broke that original trend to the upside, right? However, right? It's like, we're going to reasonably anticipate right now we should move up to 130,000, and then it's going to, well, really, we're going to recoup up to, it just, that type of thinking is a little bit, it's pushed. It's purposefully aggressive, right? So on near, it's purposefully aggressive, okay? Me doing this is purposefully aggressive, right? Saying we should recoup this here, right? And you see the analogy with Bitcoin. Yeah, you see it now. Near's I like the way the protocol is fashioned. I really like it. I think they have a lot of challenges to get through, guys. A lot. When you see Solana, network congestion, down again. I don't think people are hammered away to really think it's nice, it's fashionable. And I do like the project. I have to say that. I'm not going to comment on it negatively just because I have a position, X, Y, or Z. Love this. Silicon Valley meets like Middle Eastern electro rays. Very cool. Near, yeah, it has that look and that feel. They put some time and attention into it. I can tell they did something nice. It's just, in terms of the development, it's a lot to do. They have a lot to, they have a lot to go. And I like that. It's a lot to develop in terms of their business model, their structure. And I like this recoupment idea. I shared that with everybody on Twitter. I just did. The entirety of the recoupment idea. So, and getting into, let's go to the 4 hourly on this. Right? And we could say that we're, let's see here. Let me get into the details. All right. So that would be the recoup idea. I want to recoup the primary channel. I drew a highway on the thing, right? And I just want you guys to be familiar with the idea, right? However you want to draw your channel out. And you may run into an idea like this where you have some sort of an expectation. If I were really to study this, because some of the things I talk about have been studied on a scale of, like, I'll point out, the Federal Reserve studied this. Who's the guy with the loud mouth in the crypto kingdom talking about the Federal Reserve studies? I get that, okay? I personally, with an economics degree, personally having been over, like, a billion-dollar equity fund in terms of being the lead analyst and across the table from Harvard Foundation and providing them with their returns based upon significant investments during some of their most profitable years, okay? I would say that the answer to this equation, since I looped them into it, and I'd like to hear them disagree and to back up their argument, which potentially they could, but it's a dignified discussion at this point. I'd like to see something along the lines of a Fibonacci sequence built in to the capacity for recoupment with somewhat of a time element or duration built into it. I think that's fair. Anticipation of, and we can get into how to measure it, etc. But I think this would be a reasonable approach, one that I think would be worth discussing in a real sophisticated environment of some people who really knew what they were doing. Some sort of an Elliott wave channel, okay, would probably dictate whether or not that could be realistically recouped or not, with certain elements or gradients of 23.6, 38.2, the 50%, pushing beyond a certain level, it becoming, at least decreasing greatly. Potentially, I'd say decreasing. You really have to push into it, right? Yeah, you're at the 1.618, man. It's like, yeah, we didn't follow in the, no, we tried to recoup right into what? Depending upon how we would draw it. Well, you tried to recoup right into the golden pocket, all right? You really got back up in terror, but you almost got into the golden pocket. Maybe you had a hit here at the golden pocket. It's going to depend upon how you draw these. a completely different discussion, right? But that would be one of the solutions that I would offer, since I've just shot my mouth out and shot my mouth off and decided to involve like the Federal Reserve. What is it doing with the Federal Reserve? We need to listen to this, right? You get it. Do the calculations. You guys go do the studies. You can. Listen to it. You can. Yeah, the guys can. Yes, they can. I'm excited by the people at the Federal Reserve that decide to study head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Why? Because they were right. Boom. The Federal Reserve was right on their study of the inverse head and shoulders. Bam. That's pretty cool, huh? I think it's awesome. They must too, huh? Because it was accurately reflected, guys, in the tweet that I sent out in terms of including that framework. 85% indicated. Now you'll notice that really when I brought the entirety of the idea and the notion of a recoupment of that original primary trend line with that recovery, including that number 2 back into that line with a mammoth, like a monster, inverse head and shoulders. Here, boom, boom. The head, the left shoulder, the right shoulder. We completed this right here. Very close to that 85%, right? Very close. The stretch, the small dip here on the left shoulder. Right? That's the stretch. Left shoulder. I like a rough equivalence overall, just to be very, and I think this would play out in terms of your studies of it, etc. You know, it'd be interesting. But to see some sort of an equivalence between the right shoulder and the left shoulder. There is more behind my charts always. There is. You know, we wouldn't, for instance, want to take a small little shoulder like this, a small micro shoulder like this, and apply it with a huge head and a right shoulder. It would turn into something else, right? And it's that dynamic, little bit underset on this left shoulder, right? I like the I like the Fibonacci context and the Fibonacci application and layer with this now, since it is in play, and since I'd say 80% of the price objective has been met, 80 to 90%. We'd measured out, right? But this one played out very well, nicely structured. That's probably in line with, and they probably have a tolerance and some sort of a fringe that they would push their own, some degree of a tolerance. They would study things out. And I have to comment, when I was in economics at Duke, et cetera, and all the jobs I've had, I've never wanted to be theoretical with things. You start talking to me about theoretical, I won't even care. You want me to show up for the test on a theoretical economics test? No. I mean, I will, but, I'll read the book for 2 seconds, literally. I'm not interested in theory. I'm not interested in anything that's not practical. I want a practical teacher. I want a practical approach. I want practical real-world situations, and I don't want to get caught up in fairy tale land. And I've always been like, you ask my teachers. If they saw me when I just strolled in at the back of the class and I had read my book at the end for maybe 2 hours, you want to test me on a theoretical jungle, fairyland or whatever, like fairy tale land? No, not going to happen. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. In life, in general, I got through Duke in 3 years, period. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to waste my time doing that. So I appreciate the fact that the Federal Reserve has put the nuts and bolts to the framework. It's maybe some of that theoretical training has expanded our thought capacity for how things could be tested. Also studied programming computers, etc. So maybe some of that's relevant. I've always resisted that. I like real framework. I like real price targets. Right? Yeah. I like real patterns that mean something. And so it's nice because the Federal Reserve has brought the inverse head and shoulders, the head and shoulders, in line with those profits that we brought on Twitter. They have brought that out of the theoretical, right? They've studied it, they've put the calculus to it, etc. So if you saw that tweet and you traded near up to where it's at, congratulations. Maybe a lot of talk, but hey, we're here, right? What are you guys doing today? We're talking about the Federal Reserve. We're talking about how pattern differentiation. We're talking about kind of the what are the extremes? What are you willing to do between have to earn, have to burn? If you had to burn or you had to earn, what would you put like something that the Federal Reserve has studied in? Maybe, well, that's more of a, that might be a bigger play for you, right? It might. If you had to earn, which I don't think any of you do. So that's interesting for me. I like to talk about things like that. It's fascinating. I like everything from economics to nuclear weapons, right? Have a little bit of education in each one. That's about it. Used to know a great-looking girl. I never told you guys that. She was a rocket scientist. Great-looking girl. I don't know why. I always associate her with the airplane. I don't know why with the jet. It's okay. No, not it was a commercial aircraft, etc. But just nice girl. Just I knew her for a while. I don't know, but she's a nice girl. Just rocket scientist. Nothing special about a rocket scientist. She just was a little something special about her. She was nice. But I'm not a rocket scientist. Everyone's like, no, really? Well, I can tell you a little bit about the rockets. Literally, like nuclear weapons. I do. I figure all that stuff out if I have to. There you go. That's the attitude. There you go. That's what Sandia Labs wants to hear, huh? I figure out. Nuclear weapons, I like them in concept, but yeah, I figure all this stuff out if I have to. In terms of how to build one, don't worry about it. That's funny. I just kind of think I can do that. I studied it enough. Don't worry about it. I think that stuff's under wraps, huh? We're still looking for nuclear weapons here on the Earth. Like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Are you looking for them here, huh? Uh-oh. They may be up there. Huh? They're here, right? So as we look at this, we haven't talked too much about this line. It's indicated Bitcoin. So I just have to talk a little bit. We got to talk about something. We can talk about the Simpsons. We can talk about Homer Simpson, or we can talk about nuclear weapons. We can talk about both, huh? He worked at a nuclear facility, right? I don't know if it is one, but he's always dropping nuclear material everywhere. So anyway, So this is a pickup line guys, in line also with that 786, right? Yeah, the 786, which we draw VIP style. Boom, 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 boom. That'd be something Federal Reserve should look at, huh? If they're doing studying, etc., the fact that we know how to hit our Fibonacci's. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of groups out there that know how to do that. What do you think, huh? I studied it. I did like empirical research on it. I literally applied it to everything to figure out how this works, right? So, yeah, that's cool. Yo, what's up? That's important. So that is good. So, yeah, not a lot of people know that. The prior breakout, bam, initiate the targets up. And it's a nice hit rate, isn't it? It is very good, very high quality, right? Technically sound approach consistently here, isn't it? Absolutely, huh? Get a sip of coffee on that. You guys drink up, huh? My coffee went cold, huh? Yeah. So down 2.71%. Freddie's out there hitting targets. VIP are hitting targets. Watching that near, huh? They're going to be right or wrong. I don't want to hold Elliott Wave International to a standard necessarily, huh? It's trying to build. It's just in a throw-over event, I have to say, huh? It's thrown over the top, huh? I'm not buying that. You look at someone long. I'm not buying that, man. I understand you going through some bullish formations. No. You show me a flag. You show me a pennant. You show me something else. And maybe it's just going to rifle. If it does, if Elliott Wave is wrong and there's something else in play like that real stretched out, we'll see who misses who misses the stream makes money. Maybe. It's a really hot technology. I just heard recently, I also read that they needed to develop some things. They still needed to develop their infrastructure and whatnot. I was like, really? All right, well, it's not what I was expecting. So I know they're in the process of doing that. Maybe it's going to recoup the entirety of that channel. What is the target of this? I don't think there is one. How are you supposed to measure this? Well, I guess kind of like this, except that's not standard. So there you go. Let's see this up through here. I guess this would be the measuring tool. It's just not real standard. The return to function would be pretty strong. So maybe that's why it's very interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's one of the reasons why an expanding diagonal would be kind of bearish. You would meet your target up here. Maybe you would. Let's see. It's starting to crank to the upside. I'm not surprised. It's gonna do what she's gonna do. Let's see how Elliott Wave and how that original. What if that's a macro? If that's a macro King Kong, big style inverse head and shoulders, man, I would add that to the books in terms of what's been studied. Like that's a big deal. Where's that other deal? Where is it? Come here. There we go. That would have to be the left shoulder. That would be the head formation. Left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Boom, 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 boom. Whew, that's a big head and shoulders, huh? That is that purple dotted line there. Boom, 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 boom. Goes up to here. Guys, that's a huge deal. You got to use your hand to measure that. That's a big one, huh? That's going to erase the space of the face of the market there. That's going to be huge. It'll get you up to 26, 20. Whoa. Yeah, it's going to get you up 23, 24, 26 bucks. Man. If that's your left shoulder. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's see what New York Institute of Finance. I don't know. I copied all those guys. For all I know, they're out there buying the stuff. Probably on their own time. I think it's illegal for them to take any tips. Yeah, wouldn't you say, huh? And they're not. It's not investment advice, huh? But maybe a tip, huh? Now look at this head and shoulders. You guys published it. Go look at it. Does it work? Yeah. So we're seeing the potential for a re-hit at the 786, right? We are. We're going to have to see how that works out. I wanted to bring to you guys today the notion of have to earn versus have to burn. Which category are you in? Do you have money to burn? Do you want to get into this and have some fun in crypto? If you have to earn, it's not going to be fun. You're going to be waking up sweating at 3:30 in the morning. That's not cool. That's not what you want. And not that you have to burn the cash, right? But there are ways to make additional cash in the world. There are some good cash money businesses that I know certain people have, even here in the VIP, right? Cash business. Angel comes to mind. He's got a cash business. It's nice. So he has that money to burn. Hey, no problem. We're going to throw it in the market. Josh, he got businesses. He throw it in. Hey, he got the money to burn. Right? It's not a have to earn. Well, I'm doing a serious part of my investment portfolio. I say, the guy's doing really well. Okay? They got they know where to earn and they know where to burn, right? You're going to burn some cash, this and that, and not to say that you can't do well. 85 days in a retracement. Just be realistic. Be realistic. And when you see a pattern you want to trade, like Near's real hot. The whole market's down. Near's hot. Dusk is hot. Look at Dusk. I've been talking about Dusk. Look at that. Boom, bam. That's a big hit, huh? So as we would look at that, Near's up 10, 11%. That's a nice hit today. Huh? Look at that. I can't wait to see what Near does. And it's throwing us a curveball, a little bit of a curveball. To the extent that you're going to take that left shoulder, what do you guys think about that left shoulder, huh? See, this would be more pattern. Okay, that's a nice, that's a nice, kind of a shoulder. That's a nice left shoulder. Let's formulate a head and then a right shoulder. Yeah, something like that. I wrote it down. Typically, when I second guess myself, it's not always a good thing. That's the truth. It's just not always a good thing. Where did it go? No. It's not, you just wrote it down, man. Stick with it. It's just it threw us such a bearish pattern, right? And we'll cap it off the whole entirety of this deal because you do have what? In the market, you have, right? We have the list of things, right? What you're going to tell us. Let's go back through all the work we did, right? All the things. Let's go with the buy, sells, this and that. See if it'll take us all the way back to the beginning. And what is this? Binance. Binance is stuck on Binance. That's not getting us where we need to go. See if I can go back forward and see if we can get back to the you will make money, you will not make money, right? And it may have cut us off at Binance. Wouldn't that be great, huh? Okay, so that was to the buy and sell. So we may not be able to get back to fully. It cut us. For some reason, I go back to the Binance chart and it short circuits. All right, whatever. But remember, there we go. It's right on here. Boom. Beautiful. That was nice. Thank you. Like something just corrected itself. Very good. So, odd. You will make money. That's strange, huh? I was scrolling through the Bitcoin chart and everything else, and boom. That's what you needed. Okay, anyway. I'm sure the program knows exactly what it's doing at all points in time. So, yes, you will make money. Bam, 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 bam. No, you will not make money, right? The small that idealized Elliott wave progression. So we're in the midst of like that conflict all the time. It is the risk in the market. The guys that I know that are doing well, they're ready to hammer down and compound down at lower levels. They just are. Here and in the entirety here, right? On the macro, boom, 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 right? So keep that in mind. Also, when they send you mixed signals, right? It's gonna the market is a master at doing that. It just is. It's the more you pay attention and try and be diligent, sometimes it's like, well, look at this, huh? Look at that. I mean, it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right. So it's gonna get your hopes up before it pours down 3.24%. We talked about the selling and the buying yesterday. We talked about those things, and Near maybe in the process of it now. I think it's interesting, right? It's in the throw over event. I brought it to VIP, etc. I brought it at a lower price. I mean, just period, a lower price. It's been a lot, huh? So you have to have that versus have to earn. It has to be in a category kind of have to burn, have to earn, right? Have to throw some cash in, have that tolerance, the threshold for risk. And if you're not at that level yet, try backing off your trades. Try backing off your trades. VIP way to be is always able to throw in the extra cash hammered at lower levels. Always, always, always covering an upside position, never with unreasonable expectations, right? Never. The 5x, the 10x, these and that, they'll happen throughout the year. They will, right? But it's the guys who don't have to earn. They don't have to earn. It's like, I tell people like a book of matches. And they don't really get that, but I'm like, okay, you got your trade, you got your position. It's like a book of matches, right? And it's like, well, what happened to that one? I don't know. Let's get another book of matches. Boom. That feeling, it's like, well, that was $100,000. $100,000. I just have to tell you guys, $100,000. You know that? It was $100,000, man. Okay, good. Yeah, it was. Yes, indeed it was. Do you know how much people have lost in Bitcoin? I know that doesn't help you, maybe, but it's down. It's down 40. Let's see what it is, and not that you couldn't hit some shorts if it wasn't going to wipe you out on a rebound trace, right? Extremely competitive in terms of trading. It is a interesting little deal. So up, down, max 42%, right? Yeah, on a $5 million position, that's $2 million, right? Just let it float, crank in, add more, boom. Right? Not everyone has to be at that level, but have that mentality, right? Don't get stressed out by have to earn. You guys have your profession. You do your stuff, right? Uncle Sam's gonna be real happy to say at the end of the year this didn't work out. You might be surprised with what does work out in crypto. Just like it'll juke fake you here, it may juke fake you with your whole account. It might get you down to whatever amount, and then it'll let you get make you, I've seen it add 3 zeros to a 4-figure position. 3 zeros. So like $1,000 becomes $1 million. I've seen it do that. I've seen it add 3 zeros to a 4-figure position. Comprende? But the same people may not have added 3 zeros to a 5-figure position. Right? They made, let's say, $1 million off of like $1,000. But something about the market didn't want to let them make like $50 million off of $50,000, right? Or $5,000, whatever it would be, right? So as you look at it, it's like, well, he made $1 million. I know the stories of people who made the 7 figures, but it's just something about the market. With 4 figures, with $1,000, $2,000. I know them. They made $1 million. But the same guys have the money. They have the money to make the $50 or $200 million. They do. They have the money to make it. They have the $1 million to invest. Right? They have that money to invest, that level. But the market didn't just reward them with, this year you made $250 million. Oh, great! My $100,000 position turned into $250 million. Hey, that's what I'm looking for. No, their $1,000 position turned into $1 million, and they're like, I got that already. I got that. I know some different people around. Okay, I already got that. I wanted my 100,000 to turn into 250 million. So understand there's always that push, that pull. The market keeps you kind of synced in. It keeps you dug in at the trading station, right? That's what we like, man. We like the challenge for VIP, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to show this watch off one more time. And the NFT, check this out, NFT. You guys know that. Let me prep this watch up. This is a cool watch, dudes. And that's a cool dude right there, Freddie in the house. Let's see what it is. Let's get back to the charts. I'm going to show you guys this cool full feature VIP watch in the house. Look at this. Let's see what this is. Where is this? Freddie, where's that watch again? I don't know where we put it. It's in the other. Can you drop it in? Hey, check these out, huh? That's cool, huh? Nice. Snowmobiling. What's up, Richard? Richard has a goal. Hey, guys, these are pretty good smokes. Boom. Just so you know, Underground. They're a little bit. I don't promote tobacco or the use of it by minors or anyone under the age of 21. I just don't do that. But, yeah, look at this. That's Luke. That's cool, huh? Cool stuff, huh? Freddie, drop us another hello. Drop us another picture of the watch. I like that watch. We'll keep it in the VIP music and chat section. Check out the squirrel. I saw this squirrel yesterday. I thought it was interesting. I want to show you guys just as a humoristic end. Watch him. Football. Boom. 3-point stance. You see that? That's pretty cool, huh? I just saw him. He was hanging out. I caught him in the action. He's ready for football. Football season. I just saw this. I was like, this is pretty good. Let's see. Look at it. Boom, boom. So anyway, we try and have a good time. It is VIP. The market's retracing for 85 days. We're going to have a good time. We're going to see through the end of this, the other end of this market. We just are. Downward sloping channel. That's cool. That's no problem. What do we have here? All bets are off. I want to get to that point where everybody is giving up on crypto. It's an exciting part of the game for me when the psychology completely turns against it. Everybody's washing their hands of it. I see what's going on here. You guys see what's going on here? Yeah. What do you think is going on there? You guys see what's going on there? Yeah. I'm starting to kind of see what's going on there. Kinda. Yeah. Big retracement, right? How long was the retracement? 100 days. How long is the retracement? Let's count from here. 85 days. Let's count it up to the origination point here from the real frustration. 150 days for the push. Frustration. All right? Man. Look at this. You guys want to talk about frustrating? Right, look at this. Let's go back to the original price action. Just look at what are your anticipations. This is why it's like you're going to get, into a position. It's going to look like you're going to be making cash. You're going to have those probabilities set up in front of you. It's going to look really good, right? You'll have something that's real close, right? That's our ascending triangle. Just printing cash, right? As we talk about the strong technicals. Boom. Right? So keep an eye on the technicals. Keep an eye on your expectations. Enjoy 2022. Whatever you are doing, check yourself. Enjoy it. Period. Whatever you're doing. We're going to enjoy this market. We are. Period. We're VIP. None of you have to be investing. You just don't. That's not the VIP way to be. You don't have to be investing. We choose to invest. None of us have to earn. As you plug into this channel, etc. That is one of the requirements. It's just not this high pressure, high stake. We do high stakes. We have fun with it, but it's not. It's not the. That's not the protocol. It's like we're going to create a bunch of top line earners in crypto. The ones who do that are going to come fully equipped with the fact that we may have a 3.46 down day at any point in time, and that near could either smoke the market to the upside or the downside. The anticipation here is for it to drop, right? It really threw us a bearish pattern to kind of let us know the overall larger pattern was off. With the anticipation, some people may choose to go against the pattern. That's fine. The probabilities, the anticipation is this thing's going to drop. That would be the Library of Congress level finding this thing's going to go down. It wasn't necessarily like that, but it's thrown us that curveball. But it's in flux. Look at these bullish patterns, bullish patterns. If it cranks to the downside, just be prepared. Does it have to earn or have to burn, right? I mean, not that you have to lose. You don't have to lose it. But if you want to take, if you want to take the risk on 36% to the downside, right? That's fine. You have stop loss up here. If you want to short it, it may hit 36% to the downside. That's huge. What if you got 2 or 3 times that? That'd be sweet, right? That'd be huge, right? Now, to achieve this, people say, well, you'd have to be as good as the guys on Wall Street, right? Depending on how you approach it, you may have to be better than the guys on Wall Street, guys. This is the deal. Understand this. Well, the guys on Wall Street, they're going to hit this trade with what? They got money to burn. Not to burn, they have to perform. But it's a technically indicated chart. Maybe they choose this one or not. Oh, I'm gonna go with this one. What happens if this trade doesn't work out? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was technically indicated. They're at their desk. Everything else is going great. And what's going to happen? Yeah, that's fine. Chalk that one up. Huh? Yeah, it just doesn't want to, it's too strong right now. Whole market's down. I know. I guess everybody's flooding into it. One of those moments. It's not going to cost them. Maybe they don't get the bonus at the end of the year, right? All right. But you understand the difference? Like with you, it's like, well, that you can't, that's my lunch money. No. You see, with Wall Street, you say, well, you have to be as good as a guy on Wall Street to trade this stuff, right? You have to be better than them the way you may be anticipating, framing this in your mind, because it has to go that way for you. It doesn't have to go that way for them. I mean, they're going to play the probabilities. They're going to relax, right? They have, half a dozen that go against them or whatnot in the course of it. They got a stack of backup reserve capital, right? Yeah, they do. Right? They got all kinds of cash under here. No problem. That one didn't work out. Let's move to the next one. They got 5 or 10 they're going to choose today, this and that. All in or not, right? So getting some positive price action on it. That's exciting. It's going to cut against the grain. Let's see what it does. I'm excited to see what happens to it. I'm really excited to see what happens to this because I know the anticipation technically after the throwover. It's going to run. Now, what do we do? Is it going to be like Bitcoin? Is it going to get up? What if it goes up 10, 12, 13, 14%? You guys make the call. Put yourselves in the shoes, right? Show up. Be the champ. Do it. I know you can, right? You want to play this long? It looks unstoppable. That's the risk element. Just don't turn it into a have to earn versus have to burn. It's up 12.35%, 12.39%. It wants to run. The technical indication is it shouldn't do that. Technically, well, maybe people don't care about the technicals. Huh? Maybe the exchange is off. Maybe the patterns aren't 100%. Who knows, right? Maybe that real long attenuated, right, head and shoulders. Who knows? Maybe that's more powerful at this point. We'll see if NEAR wants to really beat the market. I'm going to bring it up because it's up 12.5% on the day. I brought it to the group. It's performed extraordinarily well. And don't get out of it. I just say don't get out of a position that you're in. I told someone yesterday, it's your tree. You climb that tree, right? I'm going to show you which tree. Technically, like that branch doesn't look too good. I'm going to tell you that branch does not look good, right? Okay, period. Like I just have to warn you that branch doesn't look good. You want to climb the tree? Climb the tree. You'll be King Kong on top of that branch. Oh, I did it. I climbed a tree. Like he's on top of the branch. That thing gonna fall over. Like you never know the difference. He King Kong. He's on top of the tree. He's just gonna do it. He's gonna do it, right? So maybe that's you. Maybe this is a bad branch. Maybe it's not the best. I don't know a better example, but you climb the tree. You want this sucker to push up. It's up 12.26%, right? Been a lot of resistance on this one. A lot of resistance. It's just definitely performed since this head and shoulders I brought earlier on. So if you made 50% on it, congrats, right? If you made 100% with whatever you did, congrats, right? The more you have to earn on it, the more difficult it is. So try and stay in that relaxed state of mind. This kind of today, just stay in the relaxed state of mind. As things move against you in the market, etc., I'll be kind of like the coach in terms of just like a encouragement coach. How about that? Is that cool? Right? And don't think, we're going to burn all that money. Don't think that way either. Just think, okay, just kind of keep it light. Keep it real, right? And so looks like Doge is going to spike again. That's good. I saw Doge on the moon. You got to rewind that stream. VIP extraordinaires, guys. You guys are awesome. Former financial analyst, former non-SEC, former hedge fund, former presidential advisors, guy. All the link for VIP Gate, okay, for XT and L Bank are here on a profile of the Kingdom. You guys plug into that. We like to follow strong technicals. I covered that thing on near today. I like to do it when we're given information, like information on expanding diagonals with the throw over. Right? Yeah, I like to do that when I see the throw over. Bam, a capitulation in price. And while it's in the process of beating that, it's in the process of not doing what it says it's going to do. Not to point a finger. It's going to do it or not. I had to bring up the technicals. As we rely on things with cash positions, etc., I have to bring up the technicals. It's registered in the Library of Congress. It is the go-to group. Elliott Wave International is what we do. So let's see. Let's see what it is. I'm very interested in this. I'm extremely interested in this. I brought it to the community. Technically, it was technically, okay, and I'd say fundamentally backed up in terms of the trade and the incredible price journey. Right now, I'm going to say technically you're not on your own. Like I don't want to say it like that, but you have your decision to make. Right? It's really created some profit. It's in a technically expressed bearish pattern per the information that's delivered to us that's registered with Library of Congress, period. It's in the Library of Congress. So I have to bring that up to you technically. If you want to push, you push. Like yesterday, who got the trophy? I'll tell you who got the trophy. Freddie. He pushed into a line of resistance. Right? And we'll get into, whether or not you can re-maintain that the expectation here, that expectation. I'll tell you one thing that's not. Like, if you go to, like, the, let's see, the U.S. market, 1789 to 1977, plotted yearly on a constant dollar basis. Well, there's one. There's a good one, huh? You guys want to see that real quickly? I'm going to upload this so you can see what I'm talking about. This is one of the charts I will refer to in the back. Let me get this up in the VIP and give me 2 seconds. I'll get this up so you guys can compare as we're trying to recapture the notion of this here, right? And I mentioned some people who might do some additional work on it, etc. Some studies, how I would appreciate it, right? One of the ways that I would approach this specific issue, if I were to get more detailed into it, in line with some information that's registered, Library of Congress, etc., would be the following. And I know this stuff like the back of my hand. Okay, like the front of your hand. Look at that. Look at that. It goes from his family to VIP. We got to check this out. Look at that. That is so cool. Look at that, VIP. So every time he moves his wrist, it goes from his family to VIP. That is so cool, man. VIP family. Hey, man, I love that. Look at Freddie on the go. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Look at that, huh? That is just awesome. I love that. That is so cool, Freddie. Thank you, man. He's just awesome. Ain't he cool? Everybody's like, yeah, he's pretty cool. That's VIP. That's in the house. Top level of membership. You see this U.S. market, 1789 to 1977, plotted yearly on a constant dollar basis. On a constant dollar basis. Yeah, since I involved the Federal Reserve, everything else, with their notion of the studies on the good job, huh? On their notion of, like with inflation issues going on, everything else, I would bring up this level of a channel that we're trying to maintain on near. Alrighty. That's the go-to. There we go. Right? Trying to maintain that, right, within the context of, let me see if I have, and I'll bring up exactly what I'm referring to, because I think that's an instrumental, that would be an instrumental direction for us to take the conversation. Were I to, like, facilitate anything like that or comment on it whatsoever, right? Let's get into this, right? That was the what is it? Federal Reserve studying the head and shoulders pattern. One of their economists, etc. Economists. So as I talk about maintaining this trend line here, I like the notion of it to further the discussion and get more detailed now that it's a possibility to attempt to do it amidst a very bearish pattern here at the end of the completion one. I would bring up, as the pattern developed, etc., I would bring up this notion here. And let me go ahead and see if I can. Yeah, I would bring up this notion here. Boom. That's the channel line we're trying to recoup. And I would provide just the commentary in terms of constant dollar basis, etc. And it's a little, maybe 2 or 3 different directions, in terms of capturing that element of maintaining the channel, constant dollar basis, etc., etc., etc. We can get into the additionals on that, but that's what I would like this to look like, right? And to recapture that notion of it. And there's some other very evident issues that are brought up just by my having brought up the constant dollar basis chart. So I know those guys are very capable of understanding what was just discussed. I'd look for some reversal patterns potentially here, but it looks like it's doing what it wants to do in terms of positive price action. Would hate to just, boom, hammer into it. What a pattern, huh? What a pattern, huh? And we'll see. We'll see what the what Elliott Wave wants to do with it. Elliott Wave International. I don't bring it up so Elliott Wave International will have to answer. I don't do that. It's just, it's in the Library of Congress. Boom, 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 boom. It's clearly denoted, right here. Notice that in each case, an important change of direction followed. Talking about throwovers, diagonals. Copy that. This here, the throwover. Boom, 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 boom. Even the bullish formation here. I noticed the bullish formation and feature here, right? So we have that throwover. We have that potential. So I want to cover it fully, like as fully as I can, because I brought it to people, right? Some things are just whatever. I know people aren't going to do much on it. Hello, Crypto Art 007. How are you? I hope you're doing well. She has 88 followers. Passionate about travel, art, and crypto. Very nice. Nice to have you part of the journey. That's nice. So on Bitcoin, you guys know where we are on BTC, right? 3.19%. We didn't want to see that, but we talked about it. Doge getting the pop back up out. I ask if Doge is going to be the front runner here. Is it going to show us where we're heading? Looking on Doge for this 50-day moving average. Just on anything. A lot of people will use the 50-day moving average. Can we go green? 50-day moving average? That'd be nice. We have a few times. It's worked out well. Yeah. Last 2 times we've gone green over the 50-day. One time it was 62%. Copy that. And the other time, a little bit of a frustration and compound back down. It was a 16% uninterrupted with a challenge and ultimately a 43%. So a lot of volatility. 60%, 40%, but the 40% you had to stomach through, some real trajectory there. But that's a key level for you guys to look at, that 50-day. Okay? So keep an eye on that as Doge looks like it can perform. Potentially it really can perform. All right? Trying to recover a descending triangle. Would like it if Bitcoin, and I brought this up yesterday not to talk about Doge or anything else, but just to talk about the technicals as they would apply to potentially our recovering this line of support here, right? Prior support. Can we get back up and above to the extent we had any kind of a descending triangle here, right? And that's, I understand a stretch. I understand the technicals as I'm applying them. Let me say that. Okay? But to the extent that we had at least this line of support here, and we're trying to recover that for Bitcoin, I asked, well, Dogecoin may be more of a micro approach to it. Right? The frequency, the pricing frequency is a little bit more constricted here than what we're looking at on Bitcoin, but it did. It recaptured. So it would be interesting if it were the front runner. Doge has done that a few times. It has shown itself to be a front runner. Right? So we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. You guys know the level that we're at in terms of that, and we'll keep an eye on trying to keep you posted on near. A lot of good stuff going on in the markets. A lot of good stuff. Some action. Huh? Are you trading because you have to earn, or are you trading because, hey, you got it to burn? We want the latter and only the latter. I just tell you around us because it's been 85 days in a retracement. Some hot, some hot things are going to happen. The guys who make it through this period are the ones that'll do well, right? And we don't want you to burn your money up at all, right? And we just don't want you to. That's not what it's all about. So always with heavy cash reserves. That's our deal. Always with heavy cash reserves. Right? Just, don't be overexposed to the market. We can sing that song for a long time. Let me see what we got here. I want to see what Freddie said on the deal here. Let's see what we got. Dun, dun, dun. Let me dig back into my Twitter on my here we go. Let me see what Freddie said. Your dogs have to be upset waiting. Yeah, they are. They're going now. 3% spike on Dogecoin. Guys, you do a great job. You are hitting it. You're killing it. You're doing a great job. You are VIP. I appreciate having you guys. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Josh. Going to run through the names now. We got our champ Freddie in the house. Shout out to everyone from Steve to Luke to Richard to Jacob. The whole crew. Guys, Kuda. On and along. I mean, we got just the whole crew. I'll get the list out here in a bit, and we'll say hello to everybody. But you guys just take care. Kent Gifford, as I see your pictures just scroll up. If your picture's not scrolling up right now and I don't see it, I'm probably not saying anything. It's my fault. I'll get him to scroll a little bit more quickly. But, yeah, to Daniel, to Ryan, to everybody in and around, we'll just close out the stream and say, guys, hope you're having a good day. Hope you're prepared for this with the materials in the back, at least prepared for it structurally, strategically, that the downfall could happen. Ambrosio, what's up, brother? And we will get you more in terms of the TA in the back. Not excited to see this, but not super surprised. AJ Crypto, saving the best for last. What's up, brother? He understands the have to earn versus have to burn. Sometimes you got to burn rubber, right? Sometimes you get into it. We're just, I don't know. We're going to see what happens with the residual of the market. But, yeah, we're going to be I'd like to give this a few more weeks to consolidate at this level would be nice. You want to know my anticipation? What I'd like. Ryan from Wyoming, what's up? I would like to see this really consolidate at this level and give us some sort of a pattern formation because we just failed another breakout. You guys know that. Captain Caribe, Carlos, what's up? Yeah, we just failed another breakout of a wedge. So, yeah, it just happened again. So we can, it's a good time to have the discussion. Have to earn, have to burn, right? It's just when you get your profits, take them. Just take them, right? You just, if they're small, we've learned. Steve O, what's up, Steve? We've just learned, just if it's small, take it. We're not in a jump and run and gun. We're just not in that. Let's throw the heavy cash into it. We're just not there. We've been waiting to get there. It has not produced that for us. So we will deal with this and more. Guys, we'll be back with you tomorrow. I just wanted to come live. That 3% down, not a huge colossal day, 42,600. We're getting used to operating in this range. So we'll bring you more information later, guys. I'll be in the back with the VIP. If you're not a member, no torque. I keep seeing you show up. Do me a favor. And Daniel, I need you guys to get base camp badges. Go ahead and get a base camp badge at least. Pay your $3 or $5 to get a base camp badge because I like the way this looks with everybody having a badge, okay? Beavis, Don Julio, you too. Go ahead and get your base camp badge. If you don't want to be in VIP in the back, that's fine. You can spare $5. Let everybody know you belong for $5. Okay? Deal? Okay? Because I want you guys to show up. If you show up again, I want you to have a badge. $5, okay? That's just it. That's it. Those are the rules. Exclusive VIP. Towards the top, exclusive VIP. It's a nice station. We try and keep it real nice for you guys. So I need you guys to keep it nice for yourselves. Kind of like cleaning up your room in the morning, right? Or making your bed up. Well, we got to keep that chat looking good, right? I want everyone to know. That's it. Okay, so this is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin spike. It looks like Bitcoin is continuing its 85-day journey to the downside. We are looking towards more support either at this level or at the 50%, which I have mentioned a few times. Something to look forward to? I believe so. 50% discount is where we hit in this level. Probably a lot of orders waiting there. We're going to see what happens, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Always remember to eat well, sleep well. Crypto is open 24/7, 365. Make sure you invest in those relationships that you knew were worth investing in before you started.